we've heard about all kinds of endorsements.
Yes.
Your candidates were told had about 220 former MMDCs who supported him, and we also heard about 60 MPs, current MPs who supported him, and so on. And also in the case of Kennedy Japan, you're also saying some MPs have supported him, MMDCs, and so on and so forth. Yeah. First of all, where do you stand? Are you Bawumia?
I thought you've already mentioned my candidate.
Are you for Dr. Brian Champong? Are you for Kwabena Jejipong? Are you for Joe Gatti? Are you for who else? Which name have I left out? Yes, where do you belong?
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity. Yes. I think since the party made it clear
and again, early Congress, so you can put all of that together.
Yes.
In just 7 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much. So I don't want to beat about the bush.
Sure.
I have no doubt that all those people who have shown interest, they are all good materials.
Okay.
But the best among them is Dr. Bawumia.
Okay.
If we want to take power from this nation records, it is Bawumia who is our best bet for a number of reasons. Why do I say he's the best? He understands the issues. I think the most important thing, if you are going to choose a leader, is somebody who really understands the issues. You cannot say he's new to politics anymore. Since 2007 and up to now, he has been in the forefront of our politics. So when it comes to the issues, in fact, the people attribute the fact that President Mahama was so humiliated down to the speeches. In fact, the previous coining of the incompetent person. And I think President Mahama has never forgiven him for that. And look at all those candidates. I know a lot of people have gotten to know Kennedy Japan, but you cannot compare that to that of the vice president. He's well known across the country. So it's very, very easy to market an individual like that. As for Brian Champong and other people who have shown the interest, I don't want to say something that belittles them. They also have their strong points. But when it comes to marketing them, I mean, even Greater Accra, how many people knows the former Agric minister? So it's easy. And another thing is Ghanaians want consistency. Ghanaians want consistency. History have told us that even in our party, look at the NDCs. Who thought they could present President Mahama again? After he was humiliated, defeated. They have rejected it several times. But the rules in favor of consistency is saddled out with another term of President Mahama. So repeating the vice president is not new in our party. President Kufuor was repeated. Akufo-Addo was repeated several times. So the rules in favor of consistency, I think, and then look, believe it or not, if you listen to the campaign of the vice president the previous time, some of these our northern brothers try to brand him as not being a good Muslim. Why does he go to mosques and churches? And he said, listen, I'm not doing this for politics, even within my family. And I can testify, some of his brothers are Christians. So religion is not something he sees to be dividing people. He sees the religion to be uniting us, just as his family is united, regardless of whether some are Christians or Muslims. And the place he's coming from. Listen, Moro, Wale is a very unique place. Wale is the only town in the country that when you go there, you go to church, you hear the pastor is called Sulebana. I've attended a wedding in Wale where the pastor was called Sule, and the bride was called Muniru, and the bridegroom was called Sakina. This is a very unique place. So religion is nothing that he seems to be dividing us. So for me, and it is a dangerous area. If you look at the crimes that are committed in almost all places, like look at how divisions in Rwanda led to genocide. And we know even from the British that the best way to conquer people is to divide them. When you divide them, you are able to easily rule. So if you see some of the candidates in our party, that are using religion as an excuse. It's a desperate move. They realize that talking about the issues, they will not get anywhere. So using religion might be the best way to divide people. And I think it is very dangerous.
Okay.
For example, I've heard Honorable Kennedy Japan also using the religious card, plus other people. In the unlikely event that Kennedy Japan wins the primaries, how do I, as a Muslim, go to appeal to my fellow Muslims that let's come out and vote for Kennedy Japan? Especially if you say a Muslim will never become president in the country. What happened to the Muslim minorities? And as a student of the Quran, it tells me that yes, God divided us into various groups. And these divisions are merely for us to be able to identify each other. It doesn't matter somebody is better than the other.
Okay.
So for me, if I'm the electorate, I'm going to vote. Religion should not be what concerns me. What should concern me is who can best serve my interests.
Right.
And if you look among all those candidates, I mean, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia stand out. And I believe that come 31st December, he is going to be our flag bearer. The only thing I would urge people to do is, yes, those of us in the Bawumia camp, let's deal gentle with the other group. I know people are throwing stones. They are throwing all sorts of mud. But we want after December, after 31st January, reconciliation will become very, very easy.
Okay.
And we should have the interest of the party at heart.
All right.
Because we know Ghanaians want us to be united.
Okay.
And I think unity should be, and so the call by President Kufuor is in the right direction.
All right. So I was actually keeping the time when you were talking. You've done exactly 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
Yes, and
Okay.
we have 7 minutes more to go. It'll take us off. Yes.
But this doesn't concern him. Is he going to deal with different topics or
why?
The same thing?
He always comments on your issues.
I have had enough bite on the matter.
Okay.
And so when it comes to the politics of the NPP, I will leave them to it because I am convinced that irrespective of the person they produce, the National Democratic Congress will do everything within our power. First, to fulfill the promises we made to the Ghanaian people so that we can carry the Ghanaian people along to the next election and ensure that we defeat them soundly once more. So I leave them today to their internal wranglings. I wish them well because we need their contributions, meaningful ones at that, when it comes to the political discourse of our country and how to better the lives of our people. But they must not forget the damage they subjected this country to in the last 8 years, the havoc they caused the economic fortunes of this country to the point that we're locked out of the capital markets, to a point that Ghanaians have to be subjected to the burden of a domestic debt exchange program that led to the loss of many lives. Ghanaians will never forget that legacy of the NPP, especially under Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Nana Akufo-Addo. So these are things that we must continue to remind ourselves, especially as a republic.